craziest bastards I've ever met in my life. I love everyone.
Crazy bastards back here for Sons of Wrestling. Tonight we had Lockdown, and you see some things. Rockstar Spud and EC3 look like they finally came together. EC3 gives him the respect, and later on in the night he gets fucked over because of this. And wow. Then you also got Odard the Great picks up a victory over Eli Drake. What? But the mask came off, and then Corgan had to go ahead and fire Grado. So is this the end of Grado? What do you guys think of that? And Eli Drake wrestling half the match with his ass hanging out. That was a little, I think he could have pulled him up a little bit quicker, but that's the way they went. Beer Money versus EY and Bram. The Boozer Cruiser has its own camera on it now. That's a pretty cool little new touch. I like that. And the DWI takes out Bram. Beer Money picks up the win. Badass. Beer Money back together is just badass. Like, you can't go wrong with this. And this is definitely going to help the tag team division in TNA. I liked it. And then, like I said, EC3 shook the hand of Spud when he calls him down to the ring, and he tells him that, you know, he's done the right thing, and it's his time. So, looks like I said, they're back together, and that was a great thing that they had last year. Year and a half. Yeah, last year. Yeah, it was excellent. So, or 2 years ago. And then got Jimmy Havoc. He is trying to get Rosemary back from the decay. He once had her, and he can bring out the word, or whatever the hell he can bring out of her. I don't know, destruction or some shit. And so there's some underlying story there that's not being told completely, just little tidbits here and there, and it's pretty interesting. Eventually, later on in the show, Crazy Steve and Abyss, they take out Jimmy Havoc. So looks like you're gonna have something going on, a decent feud, hopefully. Does Jimmy Havoc bring somebody else with him to go after Crazy Steve and Abyss, and maybe take back Rosemary? And for what reason? Why does he want Rosemary back? Maybe they were lovers, who knows? You guys comment below. What do you think of this whole thing? I totally dig the decay. It's just a new, fresh thing. I dig it. Plus, they have Marilyn Manson's music for their theme song. That's badass, and that's because of Billy Corgan's friends with Manson. So it's all good stuff. It's all working out. TNA's coming together, and shit is working out, and I like that. Earlier, Madison Rayne was taken out backstage. Something's wrong with her knee. She can't go for this Lethal Lockdown match, and that sucks because now it's going to be a 2 out of 3. Gail Kim talks to Maria Kanellis backstage, and talking about, if you want to do something, join us, and we'll see what happens there. But first, we have Tigre Uno versus Trevor Lee with Shane Helms outside the ring. The Tigre Uno spot off the top rope, that was pretty goddamn badass. But the Fisherman deal there, the Fisherman Buster takes out Tigre Uno. Good match, short, could have been longer, but this whole X Division thing, we really need to ramp that shit up. I heard something about Tigre, or Zima Ion, DJZ, wants to get in there with Trevor Lee eventually down the road. So hopefully he gets back into the mix of things, and that would be great. The Knockouts Lethal Lockdown match, the Dollhouse obviously have the upper hand, and then the last person to come out, Maria Kanellis, comes running down to the ring like she's going to do the right thing. You knew that wasn't going to happen. She slams the door shut, locks it, and badass match. Jade takes out Gail Kim for the victory, clean pin, and the girls, they rocked it. They're turning up this Knockouts division. We just need a few new faces in there, and that's just my thoughts. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Where do you want to see the Knockouts division? New faces, or what do you guys think of the Knockouts division? They're always good. I'm not a big fan of Madison Rayne personally, so I was glad that she wasn't in the match. Really, I just don't, something about her I just don't care for. Odard the Great versus Eli Drake. Now, it is what it is. Eli Drake should beat this guy hands down, no problem, all day. He goes to escape, but you got Shira comes down to prevent that, because Jesse Goddard was there, and he threw Jesse Goddard into the stairs. Oh, Odard here takes down the pants, the trunks of Eli Drake, and he's wrestling for about 60 seconds, bare-assed, and it sort of made me laugh. So it is what it is. Odar climbs up over the top of the cage, and Eli Drake is hot behind him, grabs him by the mask. Odar drops to the ground, but the mask is still in the hand of Eli Drake, proving who he is. Again, not like any of us did not know. So later on backstage, Eli Drake demands him to go as Grado is begging for one shot with Billy Corgan. Billy Corgan says, no, you gotta go, you're fired. And that's the way it is. And Eli Drake cuts a little, he sounds like an old school wrestler, like early days Steve Austin when he gets going, and I dig that. And the guy's killer in the ring, just let him go, it's awesome. Then the insane main event, Matt Hardy, EC3 for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, and this was awesome. And this freaking EC3 busted open, blood all over, real blood. A lot of people shit about Roman Reigns last night with the blood capsule, blood packet, whatever you want to call it, to get blood. And well, EC3 truly was busted open. That twist of fate in the chair was sick. And then you got Reby Sky come running down with a hammer, and Rockstar Spud right behind her, takes the hammer away, throws it, and EC3's coming to climb out, and Rockstar Spud slams the door onto the head of EC3, allowing Matt Hardy to climb out to become, or still champion, but to win the match. And then he gets, well, Spud goes to give him a chair, and Matt Hardy tells him, no, you go fix things here, cut the cancer from TNA, and he smashes the chair over the head of EC3, and yeah, Spud is now a villain with Matt Hardy. So Matt Hardy just keeps pulling people in, luring them in, building this monster thing that he's got going on. EC3 is going to have an uphill battle for a very long time, and that makes things fun and should probably pay off around Bound for Glory, because it takes time to build things awesome. So what do you guys think of the EC3 babyface? And the Matt Hardy heel is just awesome. And when does Jeff come back to maybe get involved with this mix? And I bet you it'll be an EC3 Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy and Rockstar Spud. That would be pretty cool. Eventually burning off to an EC3 Matt Hardy in the end. Jeff Hardy anytime champion is always good in my book. So guys, comment below, what did you guys think of the show? I had the absolute worst stream in the world, and I had to read half the show, catch up on just snippets. So if I left anything out, don't shit all over it. Hit the thumbs up. I'm trying to give you the show. I don't get pop, and streams are just a pain in the ass these days, and the last 2 weeks have been killing me. So I only got to really physically watch half the show with some highlights after. So rough one, guys. And go to the merch store to show your support if you want some badass t-shirts. And because $25 shirts at WWE or TNA is just goddamn ridiculous. Mine are $15. And starting the 26th are all going to be 15% off. So check it out. Thanks for the support. I'll catch you next week.